Please welcome to the stage your President and CEO of the Student Veterans of America, Jared Lyon.
Good afternoon, everybody. I feel like we might be able to do just a little bit better. One more time with enthusiasm. Good afternoon, everybody. Outstanding. Now listen, I was backstage during the branch hymns, so I didn't necessarily get to see everything, and I'm a slow learner. First class I ever took as a student veteran in community college was on public speaking. It was the hardest B I ever earned. That notwithstanding, one thing I did pick up in that class is always get to know your audience. So I'd like you to sound off in any way that you feel appropriate when something motivational is called. We'll start with the biggest. Where's the United States Army at? Now, anyone that was here last year might know that I forgot to mention a certain branch. And let this be corrected now. Where is the littlest branch but the meanest? Where are the United States Marines? Outstanding. How about my shipmates in the world's finest Navy? Hoo-yah. Where is the United States Air Force? So cordial, so cordial. Well done, Air Force, well done. Now, this branch has begun producing veterans. Where's the United States Space Force? All right, we did it. All right, the next branch has to try to outdo that. Where is the United States Coast Guard? The fun naval service, so well done. And I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to acknowledge those that support all of us while we wear the uniform. Where are our family members, caregivers, and survivors? Can we hear from you? It's an honor to join all of you, and one of the privileges of a lifetime to serve as your national president and CEO. You know, when I first raised my right hand to swear an oath to support and defend the Constitution all the way back in August of 2001, I had no idea how transformative my time in the United States Navy would be. Serving aboard submarines, completing dives, hoo-yah submarines, there it is. Completing dive school, deploying overseas, and working along some of the brightest and most dynamic people that I've ever met taught me an incredibly powerful lesson on resilience. And essentially, I can sum it up in, you have to keep swimming. I promise you that there will be times when you feel overwhelmed by the demands of college, the needs of your family and friends, and the pressures of balancing work and volunteer service. But pressing forward, one motion at a time, is the key to overcoming any test of endurance. Now, I know from personal experience. I share with you that I graduated number 10 of 10 in my dive school class. Despite graduating at the literal bottom of my class, it is still something I'm incredibly proud of. There were moments when I thought I couldn't push through, moments when I was almost sure that I would quit. But in those moments, I sort of just kept saying to myself, keep swimming, Lyon. And I'd find that extra spark that I needed to stay the course. After dive school, I returned to the fleet, determined to apply to the Seaman to Admiral program. Though I felt good about my application and my interviews, my SAT score was too low, and I was denied entrance to the program. With aspirations to become a Navy EOD officer, I concluded that separating from the Navy and using my GI Bill to finish my bachelor's degree and then applying to officer candidate school was the quickest path to a commission. So I got out after my first enlistment was completed. Yet when I took off the uniform for the very last time, I found myself in truly unfamiliar territory. I navigated a series of jobs, working at Northrop Grumman, trying my hand at entrepreneurship, and moving into professional sports as the manager of Florida operations for the Washington Nationals Major League Baseball team. I did this all while earning my associate's degree at night at Brevard Community College in Florida. After completing my associate's degree and acting on a mentor's advice, I applied to my dream school, Florida State University. Go Noles. Believe it or not, I got in. But like many of you, returning to college as an older, non-traditional student, it left me feeling out of place. I was on the verge of giving up again until I spotted an advertisement for a meeting of the FSU SVA chapter. And I heard that little voice in my head, "Keep swimming, Lyon." From that very first gathering, I knew I had found my new crew. We all know that military transition isn't easy. It's about rebuilding identity, purpose, and community. And that's where SVA comes in. Since our founding in 2008, SVA has grown from a handful of student veteran organizations into a nationwide network and a force for good. Today, SVA has more than 1,600 chapters across all 50 states and in 4 countries overseas, each one reflecting our belief that we serve all who have served, regardless of background, identity, age, or branch. No matter who you love, how you worship, or you don't, where you were born, no matter the obstacles that you faced or what path led you here, SVA is your community. Our diversity, our shared oath, and the bonds we forged in service unite us. Back in 2008, the founders of SVA recognized that the Montgomery GI Bill wasn't meeting the needs of contemporary student veterans. So, in partnership with phenomenal organizations like the Veterans of Foreign Wars and the American Legion, we advocated for what became known as the post-9/11 GI Bill. And as student veterans ourselves, we saw a need for a robust national network that didn't yet exist. So we built one. From day one, we've welcomed veterans of every service branch, every era of military service, and every identity. We strongly believe that every veteran's story enriches the SVA community. And we've come a long way since our founding nearly 17 years ago. We'll turn 17 at the end of this month. In 2024, we advocated to increase the post-9/11 GI Bill, the book stipend, specifically to help ease the financial burden of higher education. We've closely monitored the Department of Veterans Affairs' implementation of the Supreme Court's Rudisill v. McDonough decision, which may allow certain veterans with multiple periods of qualifying service to use both Montgomery GI Bill and post-9/11 GI Bill, up to the combined 48-month cap. We have sent a joint letter, along with our friends at the Veterans of Foreign Wars, directly to Secretary McDonough, urging the VA to implement this change in a manner that benefits the greatest number of veterans as quickly as possible. We are hopeful for this update before the end of the Biden administration. We've championed improvements in legislation such as the Senator Elizabeth Dole 21st Century Veterans Healthcare and Benefits Improvement Act, which expands financial support, it modernizes VA communications, and enhances educational assistance for veterans nationwide. In 2024, our donor partners have really stepped up in ways that have truly made a difference for student veterans. RTX played a key role in making the SVA Advising Center a reality, supporting veterans navigating multiple academic pathways. The Walt Disney Company's commitment as the founding sponsor of the SVA Career Center, along with contributions from LinkedIn and Lockheed Martin, opened doors to new career opportunity and workforce opportunity. These partnerships aren't just about funding. They're about believing in the potential of student veterans and ensuring they have what they need to succeed on campus and beyond. These victories, they don't happen in a vacuum. They happen because of you. You are proof that veterans don't just transition, we transform. We bring leadership to the classroom, determination to the workplace, and service to our communities. I've seen the pride and possibility in your eyes as you've been walking around here at the Broadmoor, realizing that you are part of something greater than any one single individual or any single chapter. Each of you are part of SVA. Despite our successes, obstacles still do remain. Education costs continue to rise. Mental health needs often go unmet. Career services are still lacking for veterans who need to work while we're in school. Childcare still is insufficient. Access to quality and timely health care is still a challenge. And too many transitioning service members still feel isolated when they step onto a college campus for the first time. However, I see how our community has responded in the face of adversity. Consider the SVA chapter at Appalachian State University. which mobilized in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, establishing a disaster relief hub, clearing debris, assisting displaced residents, and coordinating virtual resources for rescue workers. Or Desiree Edwards, a Navy veteran from Wesleyan College who traveled to Armenia with the University Network for Human Rights, documenting forced displacement, torture, and ethnic discrimination, later presenting her findings to the United Nations. From SVA chapter at Fordham University, creating a roommate portal to tackle housing challenges, or to Cornell University's 214 Food Pantry, to Eric Sowers, an Army veteran at Ohio State University, advocating for justice-involved veterans. Hell yeah, Eric. He didn't pay me to say that, his hair is glorious. Each chapter, each individual, it adds a unique thread to the larger story, one defined by resilience and by service. And that's what I believe defines the American veteran. It's not enough to celebrate how far we've come, though. We must keep moving forward. And your SVA National Headquarters is here to champion you every step of the way. Today, I am proud to announce the launch of the Basic Needs Survey, a groundbreaking initiative aimed at identifying the core challenges that are faced by student veterans nationwide. Success in higher education isn't just about the grades. It's about stable housing, reliable childcare, meaningful employment, a sense of belonging, and access to healthcare. By participating in this survey or urging others to do the same, you'll help us gather critical data to advocate more effectively on behalf of student veterans. This is our chance to bring hidden issues into the light, ensuring that nobody has to choose between buying textbooks or putting food on the table. I also urge you to visit the Veterans Assistance Expo with the Department of Veterans Affairs here at NatCon. Statistics show a significant percentage of veterans who are eligible never file for a VA disability. This is often due to stigma or misinformation. Let me assure you, if your service resulted in physical or mental stress, or both, you have the right to file a claim. It's not about a handout. It's about the support that you've already paid through your military service. At the Veterans Assistance Expo, knowledgeable VA representatives and VSOs can guide you wherever you're filing a new claim, revisiting an existing one, or simply checking the status of a pending application. Please, I urge you, don't self-select out of the benefits that you've earned. As you explore NatCon, be sure to take advantage of the incredible opportunities that our partners have provided. Visit the exhibit hall, or as we affectionately call it, our SVA campus, to connect with leading companies, nonprofits, and government agencies. Learn about career paths, internships, scholarships, and resources that are available to veterans, family members, caregivers, and survivors. Attend breakout sessions on industry trends, research advancements, and best practices for better serving our community. And please don't miss out on the LinkedIn booth, where you can optimize your professional profile, gain insights into the hiring process, and update your headshot. And while you're at it, if you haven't done so already, follow me on LinkedIn. Those informal conversations that we're gonna have with each other in the hallways, at the meet and greet receptions, or just during a meal, they are where connections can turn into careers. They're also where you'll find fresh ideas for helping our community thrive at every stage. So our mission, it doesn't end once this conference concludes. We have an exciting year ahead, and I can't wait to meet more of you, whether on your campus or at one of our national events. If you'd like the SVA National Headquarters staff to join you for an event that you are hosting on your campus, please just send your success coach a formal invite. Meeting with you and your college leadership, connecting with local veterans, or brainstorming ways to strengthen your chapter. Your National Headquarters staff is all in. And speaking of visits, I am genuinely thrilled to share that SVA has officially moved into your new national headquarters at 655 15th Street Northwest in downtown Washington, D.C., located directly next to the White House. This space is not just an office. It is your home in the nation's capital. Our doors are open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, and we would love to host you and members of your chapter. We even have access to one of the best rooftops in Washington, D.C., offering truly remarkable views of the White House, the Washington Monument, the Jefferson Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial. You can see the Pentagon. You can see all the way out to Arlington National Cemetery, all from the rooftop of your new headquarters. We want you to feel welcome and connected to the broader SVA mission whenever you are in DC. So just let your chapter success coach know that you're coming, and we'll gladly host you at your national headquarters. From Washington Week in the spring to regional summits in the summer and Leadership Institute in the fall, SVA programming throughout 2025 offers countless ways to engage. Our 24/7 call center and the My SVA portal are also here to support you. Whether you need help with chapter operations, policy questions, or just a listening ear, we understand that service members leave no one behind, and that commitment extends to our work at SVA. SVA's guiding principle has always been to leave this world a little bit better than we found it. And as I reflect on our journey, I keep coming back to that simple phrase that got me through dive school: keep swimming. We all face moments when our responsibilities or ambitions feel overwhelming. But just like taking one more class, making one more phone call, or having one more conversation with a mentor, each forward motion keeps you afloat and moving towards your goals. So I ask you, what will your contribution to this legacy be? How will you harness your experiences, your leadership, and your grit to transform the future? For yourself, for your family, for your fellow veterans, and for the communities that you serve. Each of us has a role in writing the next chapter of SVA's story, and I know that it will be a chapter defined by determination, courage, and commitment to leaving the world better than we found it. Before I close, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for being here. There are many things competing for your time, and I am so grateful that you chose to attend. But you're also lifting each other up, and you're making SVA a community that feels like a family unlike anything else. I look forward to meeting as many of you as possible this week. If you see me walking around, please stop me and say hello. I would be honored to present you with the special SVA National President's Keep Swimming Challenge coin, which features my submarine warfare pin and my dive bubble. I'll present this coin to you to commemorate our shared commitment to perseverance. And together, I believe that we'll all keep swimming toward bigger dreams, bigger goals, greater impact, and a future where veterans aren't just thriving in college classrooms, but leading in every sector of American life. Let's honor that service that brought us here by committing to a new mission: to lead with courage, to build with purpose, and to inspire others to do the same. Together, we are SVA.